Buongiorno. When the Progetto 65 first got introduced into the game, this was a very, very good tank. It was then nerfed, which I feel was unrightfully so, and then it was nerfed again because, well, clearly the first nerf wasn't good enough. But now it has been buffed basically back to the way it was originally, at least after the first nerf. Probably. Either way, let's see how good this thing actually is now. You can see that in the last 30 days, people have played this tank 556,000 times. And that sits in between the Centurion Action 10 and the Object 140. This was recently buffed. It does have a minus 1.45% win rate difference, but then considering the Centurion Action 10 has a minus 1.39%, this isn't really an issue. If we go by average damage, however, and then ignore any of the reward vehicles, the Progetto is actually right near the bottom, at only 1,700. But at the same time, it's definitely not an AMX-30B or a T62A. One day they'll get buffed. When we go to the Mark of Excellence requirement and we exclude the reward vehicles, this is third lowest requirement out of any tier 10 medium tank. There is a few things that I do want to point out before we go into gameplay. One is the crew skills. Because this is an auto reloader, the intuition perk is basically useless. Yes, you can take it, and yes, it will reload one shell faster, but then it just ignores the rest of the magazine. So that means that you have to have a full clip loaded, but it only loads the first shell really, really fast. The rest of them then just load at their normal reload speed. This is also a reason why I don't take any HE in this vehicle, even though it's really, really good. It's just such a faff to actually go and use the thing. Okay, first game, Big Ensk. We love Big Ensk. No, we don't. No, we don't. Anyway, to the right-hand side, for the equipment that we are using on this vehicle at the moment, we have vents, optics, and stab. Now, you could go with loads of different types of loadouts. This is not one loadout and that's it. You could have HP instead of the optics, for example. You have a turbo. You could have loads of different things. I do feel like the stab is mandatory, and in a certain way I do also feel like the vents is mandatory because that's the only way that you boost up the DPM. But everything else, you know, you can kind of pick and choose whatever you want. You don't have to use vents if you don't want to. You could also go with the goated HP turbo and stab if you really wanted to. There's loads of viable options. Also, obviously, a CVS loadout as your secondary is kind of mandatory once you unlock that second loadout. Well, I mean, this is a fantastic experience so far. We're just doing a lovely bit of deforestation over here, and one day, the enemy team will be spotted. The map looks so empty, the way that we've deployed. Like, all of us are just in one square. We have one less person in this square. Well, you know what? I think it's time that we did not sit up here. If this guy just got absolutely obliterated by another Leo 120, it's time to move away. We don't want to run all the way away. We just want to run far enough away that if they start pushing here, we're somewhat safe. We can also try and help out the people that are in the city as well by going roughly where this K91 is. Oh, look at the event. Thomas is on his way. Thomas gets around. He's on Pilsen. He's on this map. He goes everywhere, doesn't he? I don't even know where I can and can't shoot this. There's too many bushes and buildings in the way. You know, maybe we just spin for a little bit. Spinning always works. Honestly, CVS would have been pretty good on this map. CVS optic stab, be pretty good. There's one. Need my teammate in the K91 to actually do something, unless he's gone and crashed. There is a shot there. The hacker is missing. Right, that is me fully out, and I'm going to go intuition into heat. The reason why I'm going to intuition into heat is because I want to move around and shoot the heavies in a second. Hopefully the hacker on over there can shoot that. Oh, wait, is that K91 back? Welcome back. I saved you. See? Imagine if he got all the spotting on that. He might have done. He might have been sharing it with me, so... Okay. Anyway, we now have the heat clip being loaded, and we can then just push over this way. There is the Leo 120 over there as well. There's the FV. Not really the tank that you want to see, if I'm honest. And do you know what we're going to do? We are going to try and not get one shot by him. There we go. One into him, and we'll just be reloading on that last shell. That's what you want to try and do in this tank. You want to try and make sure that you only reload on this last shell if possible, and then dump the clip when you have an opportunity to kill someone. Or it's just the end game. I'm very, very scared, though, of the FVs. Like, they are not really tanks that you want to see in your Progetto 65. I might be able to get shots on this guy, maybe? Okay, hang on. There are shots here if I push forwards a little bit. Ah, there's no shots here. And the FV is pushing. Oh, what is this timing? That is awful timing. The Dravek has just killed the FV. The Badger just killed him. That's... Oh, this is... Yeah, we're not doing anything here. Maybe I can try and kill this Badger. I'm not sure about the FV. Tell you what. We put one into this. 2. He's now tracked. Okay, hang on. Does he repair in time? He does, but I might be able to do another one in here in a second. And then we can just finish this off. Okay, this is fine. We now just run and try and not get one shot by the FV over there. Oh! Very bad. Help! I'm not too sure if I can make it out there without him spotting me. Ideally, I should have really, not intuition, but gone into APCR now. It would have been a lot better. I can actually poke up through here maybe and then see through. Like see through this gap. I'm not sure. Can I see through that? I don't know whether or not that just got knocked down. Am I seeing things? Oh, if only I had APCR loaded now. Okay, what we're going to have to do is just try and do the same thing that I've done to the badger over here. Right, I'm just going to load APCR now. It's not going to matter against the SDRV. When you're using heat against tracks, you need to be very, very careful. Like, if I had APCR there, it would have been fine. But because I was using heat, you have to be really, really careful. Oh. Yeah, this is not great. That might be game losing now, actually. Now that I just missed that, I think that's game losing. There's also a Leo 1 somewhere. Nah, he's dead. Yeah, there's no way I can win this now. I mean, I can maybe try and make him bounce. He doesn't even bounce that. Yeah. The STRV is just going to come around in a second. There he is. I'm not quick enough. I might be quick enough. I don't know whether or not he can see me below the train, which is a bit of a problem. I also really need this last shell loaded. The Dravek's actually blocking that really well. This train isn't coming down here, is it? If I had heat loaded, I might actually be able to go for the lower plate, but I can't with this. I think the Leo 1's AFK. Otherwise, like, you know, why would he not be shooting right now? Or, like, just killing me. Alright, we're going to have to try and be a bit clever here. But I don't think this is going to work. I don't think this is going to work because I can't actually see his cupola. I needed that one to pan. No way. I need no way, man. Why did I get 2 low rolls? No, I didn't get 2 low rolls. Is this 360 alpha or 390? Oh, I think it's 360. I thought it was 390. Oh, man. This lost me the game. A cupola shot that I aim for the weak spot, crit no damage. This shouldn't be a thing. But really, like, the one that probably lost us the game initially was that I missed the Leo 120. Well, I mean, 6.6k, a little bit of assistance, mastery, high caliber, but not enough though. Okay, we're now using the Peasant Loadout. We're on Glacier, and I am going to YOLO the aircraft carrier. This might not go very well. And if it doesn't go very well, we'll go into a different game in the Peasant Loadout. But for now, we're going up to the aircraft carrier. Mainly because I don't want to just sit here in the middle doing nothing for 15 minutes. Sometimes you just have to try stuff, and sometimes it doesn't work. There is an FV. This seriously is going to not... It's not going to go well, is it? Ah! It's okay, he doesn't see me. Everything is fine. He doesn't see me. He's fine. We're okay. You don't see me, bad. Good. You know what? We lost a lot of hit points, but we are on the aircraft carrier. That's the main thing. And I might actually now be able to just farm down the bottom. We're going to go for a full clip here. Nice. Finish off the FV maybe? No, but we have this. We don't actually need to full clip everything, but because we're up here, we should have a fair amount of time where we can just have a lot of downtime over here. And we're not really in any rush to try and hide. The BZ, I think the BZ tried to go up, and he just got greeted with minus 1,800. Yeah, that's not gone well for him. Oh, is the BZ up? That needs to really not be able to do that. Might see if I can kill the embattle. What is the alpha, actually? It is 360. I just... yeah. I don't know why I keep thinking that it's 390. Another shot into that. Lovely. Leo's running off as well. As long as the BZ doesn't come up, we're good. I even get a spotting on the Leo 1 as he's running off. You know what I could do? I could actually go down and then shoot the BZ-79. Not allowed to do that. Bad BZ. Could I shoot the Progetto as he goes forwards as well? No. I mean, the gun was trying. The gun was trying. Right, now what we need to do is go over this side, I believe. And then we can start to farm the Progetto and the Leo 120 over here as well. Nice. I mean, we used our full clip, but we got a kill and we helped our team out as much as we could. That's what you want to do in this tank. You just want to make sure you're using the clip effectively. You can full clip if you really, really want to. It doesn't matter, but you need to make sure that you have downtime after it to make sure that you're safe while you're reloading. I mean, 1.6k spotting, 3.7k damage. This is very, very good. Now it's time to go down off of the aircraft carrier area and try and help out the people that are in the base. We don't need to worry too much about that at the moment because we don't need to push their base currently, but we do need to worry about our own base. Wow, okay. That is impressive. That is some impressive shooting. Anywhere but where you want to go, Max. Anywhere but where you want to go. At least that one went in. And I think that was directly on the reload as well. I didn't realise, but aim in. Not my kill. Right, the 50B is not being able to be shot. They should deal with that. I'm now going to try and help out my Type 5 as much as I can. To do this, we don't need to push in. We don't have to push in. We just need to make sure that we hold this so that if they do peek up, we can then shoot. I really hope my BZ-79 wins against that 432U. So this is falling down here, and it was falling down that way. So they could actually be coming up and around behind them. We only have 500 hit points, so we need to be careful with it. But if they do come around, we should be able to shoot them. Artie's right here. My BZ-79 has not killed the 432U yet. I'm a little bit concerned. The 50B is also just... okay, that's not ideal. Okay, at least... I mean, the BZ-79 really did make a meal out of that, but at least before he died, he did kill the 432U. I don't know how you struggle against a 432U in a BZ-79, but that was happening. Okay, our object free... man, well, our tier 11s are throwing at the moment. Okay. Plan of action. I guess what we go and try and do is go up and around to there, and we just use our optics to see if we can spot anything. I mean, our tier 03 is off on an adventure. Our Leo 1 is not wanting to play the game. Yeah. We should have okay camo to be able to spot this. That's unless they've already pushed. If they've already pushed, then GG. But I don't think they would. I don't know what our tier 03 is doing. I'm asking my team to come and play the game. I don't know what this is. Am I the only person wanting to play the game? I mean, no matter what I'm trying, I'm trying to get my tier 03 to move. I'm trying to get my Leo 1 to move. They're just not wanting to. Are they now moving? Slowly? What health is my Leo on? I just need him to be in a position to shoot. I mean, we have 5 minutes. And we could be sitting here for 5 minutes. I've asked the Leo 1 what equipment he has, in a hope that he has equipment. Where is my Leo 1 going? Where is my tier 03 going? Right. You know what? There's 3 minutes left. I don't care anymore. I'm going down. I'm going to go and try and do something. My Leo is at least somewhat capable. Where is he? Why is he pushing? Stop. 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 Bad. Bad Leo 1. All right. What I need to do is actually peek this side so that he will help me. That's the plan. There we go. Leo 1 is 300 health. That means I can kill him. That was way too difficult. Where is my tier 03 going? Right. 4.3k, 6 kills, mastery badge, Oskin's medal. What is this? Destroy 3 enemy tanks or tank destroyers in a medium tank. Lovely. And a top gun. Apply. And now, as always, before we go into the try-hard loadout, it's time to go through the field mods. Left, right, right, right. And then for the last one, I don't think you choose anything here. The main one that you do want is this aiming gears, because this is going to give you minus 15% of the bloom after you fire, which is just super, super nice to have. Also, aim speed reduction, which is nice. Okay, you now join me on the try-hard loadout. Now, I do have two different loadouts, because we obviously have CVS loadout, and also we have the standard loadout, which we were using, but I replaced optics for turbo, experimental turbo. On this map, I think that this is far outweighing any damage build that you would be capable of, especially considering that a lot of the time, this is really, really hard to actually spot over. Oh, also, if you can kill the Manticore, that is excellent. Where did that shot go? Where? I don't even know where it went. Obviously, still using the 50-50 loadout because it's APCR and heat. They're both very, very good ammo choices. A lot of the time, APCR is the better choice, and you only really need heat when you meet very, very heavily armored tanks. I mean, you can do stuff like this with CVS, you know? You just spot that as he's crossing, hopefully get a little bit more damage, put one in. I'm not going to reload in time, unfortunately, but there you go. Lovely bit of damage there. And if they want to try and peek up on this, you can then just keep poking over here, and you should spot them, at least if they fire. But if they do peek a little bit too far, you should also spot them. If the Manticore does get out of this game, this is very, very good. Our Manticore needs to stay, but the enemy one, or he's in the open again. You also notice that I didn't try and push this. The reason why is that I don't know how many tanks they have. We saw how many tanks we have over here. I just have a 430U and a TVP. If I push that, chances are I'm probably not going to survive very long. A bit like that TVP. I don't know what that was. Not too sure if we have shots on this. We might do if he goes a bit too far forwards. Oh, there we go. Nice. Manticore again, though. Really annoying. And now he takes out our Manticore. That's real bad for us. We get spotted. I'm not too sure. I think that he's going to be right in front of us. He could even be in one of these bushes over here as well. Oh, wow. I'm not going to lie. The 430U is not a tank that you really want to be facing when you have only APCR at the moment. I'll let our 430Us battle. That's a good option. What? Mate, what are some of these shots that I'm getting at the moment? I think that's 3 shots that I've just had robbed off of me. I can't even spot the, oh, whatever. Whatever. Awful. Yeah, I mean, this is over. Like, our team is useless, unfortunately. There's nothing I can't win this game, okay? We've tried our best in these other two, like the previous two, but this is unwinnable. As I said, you're not winning that. So is the Progetto 65 still absolutely useless? Because that was my opinion of it when I done a Tech 2 showcase a few months ago. Well, no. This tank is now more than playable. I feel like this is fine to play with. The gun is still quite derpy though. Even when you're fully aimed, it sometimes just decides, you know what? It's time to go to the absolute bottom of the reticle. So it can still be derpy, but I think on the whole, the buff actually adjusted what needed to be touched on this vehicle, which was the bloom levels. So if you liked it before, but you're just waiting to see if it got buffed again, now's the time to go and try it. See you on the next one.